welcome to my Minecraft tutorial.
Don't worry, I'm kidding. In this small video, I'm gonna show you how to make this nice little tree to decorate your interior. So first off, what I think is pretty cool about my design is that instead of using the traditional pot, which actually takes up a lot of space, so you can't place stuff around it like that, it uses a composter for the pot, which means you can place stuff all around it, all you want, because it's just one block instead of being 5. But then there's an issue with the composter, because see, when you fill it up, there's this tiny gap here, and that means that when you put your trunk with whatever block you're gonna use, then there's gonna be always this little space in between, which doesn't look right. So here comes in the magic with my design. So all the items you need are right there in the hotbar, in their exact quantities, but your mileage could vary for the leaves, the vines, depending on how tall you want your tree to be, and the oak sapling, depending on how much the composter will take it. So obviously the first step is going to be to place your composter wherever you want your tree to be, and then we're going to use scaffolding. If you don't have those, you can use any other block, it's just that scaffolding is more convenient to use. And we're going to place 5 besides your pot, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next step is placing the armor stands. So you want to place them while you're facing diagonally from that block. So one is going to go here, and then the second one right there. That way you have little branches coming off, which I think look really nice, and it fills up that little gap that we were talking about between the pot and the actual trunk. Yep, so once that's done, you're going to place your fence right there, and that's where the piston comes in. So you're placing the piston right above there. And you can use any sort of device that can activate the piston. I'm using redstone blocks because they're more convenient in creative, but you can use a button, you can use a lever. Then that's gonna push this into the armor stands as such. So you can do it once, then you place your second fence, do it again, and there we go. Once that's done, you can break your piston, you won't need that anymore, as well as the scaffolding. So how I like to place my leaves in order to make it look full but not too big is 2 on the top, then 1 around each of this fence's sides, and then I will, depending on what's its most frequent angle is going to be viewed at, I'm going to place 1 like this to make it look a bit more random. And then to top it all off, since you don't have really deep leaves like a regular Minecraft tree, you can see right through it, and I think that doesn't look really nice, so I use vines to make it look fuller. So we're gonna place vines first off on all of these faces, and then again, depending on which angle you view it from the most often, you're gonna place vines on the sides of those leaves as well. And finally, you can even place some under the tree. Now, one thing to keep in mind if you use the vines is that obviously they're gonna grow. So if you want it to always look clean like this, you're gonna have to go cut the vines from time to time, which can be annoying, but otherwise it looks pretty nice as well with the vines coming off. And then once all of that is done and you're happy with how your tree looks, you can go ahead and fill up the composter with whichever item you want to use. There it is. We're done. So I'll show you the tree in one of my recent builds to see how it looks in a complete house, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.